Edwardian dramas don't all need to be boring tea parties. These hidden gems prove it. But here's the thing, you're not watching them, and that's the real tragedy. Imagine Gone with the Wind meets a modern-day fever dream. Romola Garai plays Angel Deverell, a teenage writer whose trashy romance novel somehow becomes a bestseller. Suddenly, she's living in her dream mansion, chasing her dream man, a struggling painter played by Michael Fassbender. Directed by Francois Ozon, Angel is unapologetically over the top, with lavish costumes, dazzling visuals, and melodrama so dramatic it would make Vivien Leigh blush. This is pure escapism, Edwardian style. Forget boring history lessons. This gripping BBC miniseries drops you into the high-stakes political chess game, revealing the complex behind-closed-doors story of the days before the outbreak of World War I. The cast is legendary. Ian McDiarmid, Tim Pigott-Smith, and Sinead Cusack bring the 5 final weeks before war to life, exposing the power struggles and missed opportunities that shaped history. Set among the corridors of power in Whitehall in Berlin, it's tense, haunting, and utterly binge-worthy. It's a shame BBC didn't promote this mini-series more. This forgotten BBC miniseries from 1978 follows Paul Craddock, a wounded Boer War veteran played by Nigel Havers, as he takes over an English estate in Devon. Balancing estate management with romance, Paul is caught between 2 women, a fiery suffragette and a quiet, sensitive soul. Adapted from R.F. Delderfield's novel, the series spans 2 decades of love, loss, and the unraveling of traditional English country life set against the Edwardian era and World War I. Sure, the BBC's 70s budget means you'll get dark, set-bound interiors that scream classic TV, but the storytelling and characters shine through. This Edwardian thriller tells the true story of Edith Thompson, a woman scandalously accused of murdering her husband in 1920s London. The real tragedy? She didn't even commit the crime. The film explores jealousy, betrayal, and the injustice that turned her case into a media circus. Natasha Little is electric as Edith. Critics raved about her performance, calling it emotional, raw, and worthy of awards. But this film didn't even make it to theaters until 2 years after it was shot, and bafflingly, it was ignored at Cannes. The period details are immaculate. Painstaking costumes, stunning sets, and an atmosphere that pulls you straight into the smoky salons of 1920s London. Set in 1912 Germany, this forgotten gem stars Richard Madden as Friedrich, a humble clerk who becomes the secretary and houseguest of a steel magnate played by Alan Rickman. The catch? He falls for Rickman's wife Lotta, played by Rebecca Hall. Their forbidden romance takes a turn when Friedrich is sent to Mexico, promising to return in 2 years. But World War I throws their plans into chaos, forcing him to wait 8 agonizing years to find out if she kept her promise. Directed by Patrice Leconte, A Promise brings stunning Edwardian details to life, from the costumes to the grand settings.